Hey there, amazing people. I'm thrilled to have you here today. Thank you for choosing our video on Interreg. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Interreg is a series of programs to stimulate cooperation between regions in and out of the European Union (EU), funded by the European Regional Development Fund. The first Interreg started in 1989. Interreg IV covered the period. Interreg V covers all 27 EU member states, the EFTA countries Norway, Switzerland, Iceland, Liechtenstein, 6 accession countries and 18 neighbouring countries. It has a budget of EUR 10.1 billion, which represents 2.8% of the total of the European cohesion policy budget. Since the non-EU countries don't pay EU membership fee, they contribute directly to Interreg, not through ERDF. Get ready for an exciting part as we dive into aims of the program. Interreg is designed to stimulate cooperation between member states of the European Union on different levels. One of its main targets is to diminish the influence of national borders in favor of equal economic, social and cultural development of the whole territory of the European Union. The Interreg goal is designed to strengthen economic, social and territorial cohesion throughout Europe by fostering the balanced development of the continent through cross-border, transnational and inter-regional cooperation. Special emphasis has been placed on integrating remote regions with those that share external borders with the candidate countries. As we progress through this video, let's shift our attention towards organization and uncover its hidden depths. Interreg was launched as Interreg I for the programming period, budget EUR 1.1 billion, and continued as Interreg II for the subsequent period. It moved on to Interreg III for the period. Projects from that closed by the end of 2008. Interreg IV covered the years. Interreg V operated in the period from 2014 through 2020. Interreg VI is currently operational from 2021 until 2027. Interreg differs from the majority of cohesion policy programs in one important respect: it involves collaboration among authorities of 2 or more member states. Interreg measures are not only required to demonstrate a positive impact on the development on either side of the border, but their design and, possibly, their implementation must be carried out on a common cross-border basis. Once the operational programs have been approved by the European Commission, the implementation of the programs is coordinated by steering committees, which consist of representatives of the authorities responsible for cohesion policy measures in each member state. These can be both central state agencies and regional agencies. Like almost all cohesion policy measures, Interreg projects require co-funding to be provided by member states, regional authorities or the project leaders themselves. The amount of co-funding required differs by region, ranging from 50% down to 0% in the poorest regions. The final beneficiaries of Interreg funds are usually public authorities, interest associations and non-profit organizations, such as chambers of commerce, employer organizations, unions or research institutes. Under Interreg 4, private firms are only eligible if they apply through a consortium of several firms. In previous program periods, they were not eligible at all. Let's now shift our focus to strands and explore the ways in which it shapes our perspective. Interreg is made up of 3 strands: Interreg A, Interreg B and Interreg Celsius. They are described in more detail below. Now, let's dig deeper into strand A, cross-border cooperation, and unveil the hidden treasures it holds within. Cross-border cooperation between adjacent regions aims to develop cross-border social and economic centers through common development strategies. The term cross-border region is often used to refer to the resulting entities, provided there is some degree of local activity involved. The term Euroregion is also used to refer to the various types of entities that are used to administer Interreg funds. In many cases, they have established secretariats that are funded via technical assistance, the Interreg funding component aimed at establishing an international presence for local Interreg deployment. Interreg is by far the largest strand in terms of budget and number of programs. In this chapter, we'll be shedding light on Strand B, transnational cooperation and its role in shaping our understanding. Transnational cooperation involving national, regional and local authorities aim to promote better integration within the Union through the formation of large groups of European regions. Strand B is the intermediate level, where generally non-contiguous regions from several different countries cooperate because they experience joint or comparable problems. There are 13 Interreg IVB programs. Let's now shift our focus to Strand C, interregional cooperation, and explore the ways in which it shapes our perspective. Interregional cooperation aims to improve the effectiveness of regional development policies and instruments through large-scale information exchange and sharing of experience networks. This is financially the smallest strand of the three, but the programs cover all EU member states. Brace yourselves for the next chapter, where we'll be dissecting Strand A, cross-border cooperation. Priorities for action in Strand I were promotion of urban, rural and coastal development, strengthening the spirit of enterprise, developing small and medium-sized enterprises, including those in the tourism sector, developing local employment initiatives, assistance for labor market integration and social inclusion initiatives for encouraging shared use of human resources, and facilities for research and development, education, culture, communication, health and civil protection measures for environmental protection, improving energy efficiency and renewable energy sources, improving transport, information and communication networks and services, water and energy systems, increasing cooperation in legal and administrative areas, increasing human and institutional potential for cross-border cooperation. Now, let's shift our perspective and explore examples of Interreg III programs through a fresh lens, unlocking new perspectives. Architra, a French-Italian cross-border program in the Alps, Italia-Malta, an Italian-Maltese program. Let's now zoom in on Strand B, transnational cooperation, and uncover the hidden gems that lie within. Proposals for transnational cooperation under IIIB had to take account of experience from previous Interreg programs, priorities for community policies, especially trans-European transport networks, recommendations made in the European Spatial Development Plan (ESDP). Within this context, the priorities for action were as follows: drawing up regional development strategies at transnational level, including cooperation between towns or urban areas and rural areas, promoting effective and sustainable transport systems, together with better access to the information society. The aim here is to facilitate communication between island or peripheral regions, promoting protection of the environment and natural resources, particularly water resources. In the specific case of ultra-peripheral regions, transnational cooperation encourages the following initiatives: economic integration and improved cooperation between these regions and regions in other member states, improved links with the countries of their wider geographic area, Caribbean, Latin America, Atlantic Ocean, Northwest Africa and the Indian Ocean. In the upcoming portion, we'll be dissecting examples of Interreg IIIB projects to gain a comprehensive understanding of its implications. HST Connect, an Interreg IIIB Northwest Europe program project on high-speed train connections, the European Garden Heritage Network. In the next portion, we'll be immersing ourselves in the realm of Strand C, interregional cooperation, and examining its broader implications. Interreg IIIC promoted interregional cooperation between regional and other public authorities across the entire EU territory and neighbouring countries. It allowed regions without joint borders to work together in common projects and develop networks of cooperation. Cooperation under Interreg IIIC gave access to experience of other actors involved in regional development policy and created synergies between best practice projects and the structural funds mainstream programs. The overall aim was to improve the effectiveness of regional development policies and instruments through large-scale information exchange and sharing of experience networks in a structured way. Priorities for action included research, technology development, enterprise, the information society, tourism, culture, and the environment. As we progress through this video, let's shift our attention towards examples of Interreg IIIC projects and uncover its hidden depths. Interregional cooperation on biomass utilization, aiming to establish an interregional network of actors in the field of biomass utilization. Adriatic Action Plan 2020 on sustainable development, connected cities, on sustainable mobility and spatial development. Transban on urban regeneration and public transport. UBIC on cycling in cities. Wireless cities, which aims to increase ICT usage in some cities. Let's now enter the realm of Interreg IV and discover the fascinating stories it has to tell. Interreg IV 2007-2013 has a budget of almost €78 billion 2006 prices, up from €49 billion in Interreg III 1999 prices. As we venture forward, let's examine Strada cross-border cooperation in detail and gain a deeper appreciation for its significance. The strand of Interreg IV covers 52 programs, which use up to 74% of all resources, some €56 billion. Let's now turn our attention to examples of Interreg IVA projects and examine its role within a larger context. FLUXPYR, European Cross-Border Network for the Determination and Management of Water, Carbon and Energy Fluxes and Stocks in Agricultural and Grassland Ecosystems of the Pyrenees, in the context of climate and land use change. 11 partners from France, Spain and Andorra. Co-financed by the EU ERDF, Generalitat de Catalunya and Consell Regional Midi-Pyrénées. ISLES Project ISLES, accelerating the development of renewable energy off the coasts of Scotland and Ireland. WINSENT Project. WINSENT is an ambitious project to promote social entrepreneurship in Ireland and North Wales. WINSENT provides a networking opportunity and free assistance, guidance and a range of supports to any social entrepreneur or social enterprise based in Dublin and surrounds in Ireland or based in North Wales in the counties of Denbighshire and the Isle of Anglesey, including opportunities to network with other like-minded change agents through the WINSENT networks, Social Enterprise and WISEASHAPING24. SHAPING24 is a cultural and heritage tourism initiative that links 12 heritage sites in Norwich with 12 heritage sites in Ghent, increasing awareness of the long-standing historical links between East Anglia and the Low Countries. SHAPING24 seeks to promote and support the 24 sites and raise the profile of Norwich and Ghent as cultural heritage cities. It is funded through the Interreg IVA2Cs program AICHEMCHANNEL Channel project gathers 9 research organizations and institutes on both sides of the channel and aims at developing cross-border relationships between academic and industrial stakeholders from the molecular chemistry sector. It is supported by local innovation agencies, incubators and CBS Technopole. It has a budget of among which RERDF European Fund in the framework of the INTERREG France Channel England programme. In the following section, we'll be immersing ourselves in the captivating world of Strand B, transnational cooperation. Interreg is divided into 13 different operational programs OPS. Each OP is led by a secretariat and covers a specific part of the EU territory. All member states can participate in Interreg IVB, but only if an organization or authority is located in the eligible area of one of the programs Annex 1. IVB has a total budget of €182 billion for the program period. List of the Interreg program: Alpine Space Program, Atlantic Area Program, Baltic Sea Program, Caribbean Area Program, Central Europe Program, Indian Ocean Area Program, MAC Program, AOS Madeira Canarias Mediterranean Program, North Sea Region Program, Northwest Europe Program, Northern Periphery Program, Southeast Europe Program, Southwest Europe Program. In the following section, we'll be immersing ourselves in the captivating world of examples of Interreg IVB projects. ALFA Adaptive Land Use for Flood Alleviation aims to protect the Northwest Europe region against the effects of flooding due to climate changes. This will be done in the project by creating new capacity for storage or discharge of peak floods within river catchments. BLAST Bringing Land and Sea Together is a collaborative project of public, private and academic partners from 7 North Sea countries, which is developing prototype tools for better data integration, coastal zone management and navigation in the North Sea. Making Places Profitable, Public and Private Open Spaces is a transnational project involving partners from 7 countries in the North Sea region focusing on innovative approaches to placekeeping the long-term management of private and public open spaces. Funded by the North Sea Region Programme. Coloban, a transnational program involving 9 partners in 5 different Northwest European countries that aims to contribute to the economic prosperity, sustainability and cultural identity of Northwest Europe in increasingly global markets. Rural Alliances, aiming to bring communities and businesses together to promote rural vibrancy. Smart Cities, creating an innovation network between 8 municipal governments and academic partners in 6 countries, leading to excellence in the domain of the development and take-up of e-services. Funded by the North Sea Region Programme. Sonora, on improving transport infrastructure and services between the Adriatic and the Baltic Sea. Technit Nano is a transnational network of public clean rooms and research facilities in micro and nanotechnology, making accessible innovation resources and services to SMEs in the Baltic Sea region. The MUSIC Project Mitigation in Urban Areas, Solutions for Innovative Cities, is a transnational cooperation project between European cities and research institutes in Northwest Europe. MUSIC aims to reduce co-emissions by 50% in the partner cities Aberdeen, Montreal, Ghent, Ludwigsburg and Rotterdam in 2030. The Dutch Research Institute for Transitions DRIFT and Public Research Centre Henry Tudor from Luxembourg assist the cities with scientific expertise in transition management and geospatial decision support systems. Now, we shift our focus to Strand C, interregional cooperation, a topic that deserves our attention. Strand Celsius covers the Interregional Cooperation Programme INTREGIVC and 3 networking programs URBACT2, INTRICTII and ESPON. Each program covers all 27 member states of the EU. ESPON, the European Spatial Planning Observation Network, covers 31 states. Liechtenstein, Norway, Iceland and Switzerland are included as well. They provide a framework for exchanging experience between regional and local bodies in different countries. Strand Celsius has an ERDF contribution of €445 million. The non-EU countries contribute fully their shares to these programs. With the groundwork laid, let's now examine examples of Interreg IVC projects and its connections to our previous discussions. Regioclima, on adaptation to the new climate conditions pre-waste, on waste prevention in cities and regions. ESIPA, on usage of open-source software in public administrations. TRAS, on smart specialization and innovation. Get ready for an exciting part as we dive into Interreg V. The funding period 2014-2020 was centered around the Europe 2020 strategy, which was adopted by the EU in 2010. It was aimed at leading the EU towards an intelligent, sustainable and integrative economy characterized by high levels of employment and production, as well as by a marked social and territorial cohesion. Turning our focus to Interreg 6, let's explore its key elements. For this period 2021-2027, a budget of nearly €10 billion has been allocated to support around 100 Interreg programs which operate across borders, both within and outside the EU, contributing to the implementation of the EU's main cohesion policy priorities. If you have any suggestions for future videos, feel free to drop them in the comment section.